Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites. If you're new here, I do planner reviews, but I also share my own personal planning. This video is going to be one of my personal planning. I'm trying to do a check-in every single month this year of my own personal planning, just an update, how it's going, what I'm using. So if you haven't seen my 2023 stack video, you probably want to start there because then you can see kind of where I am. In that video, I also share all the journals that I'm using. I'm not going to be doing a journal check-in every single month. Maybe I will grab, just because it's a lot of work to go grab all those and do that. And the video would also be really long, like my stack video. But maybe I'll do a journal check-in like every quarter. So I'll try to remember to do that, like at 3 months, 6 months, or at least at half a year. I will do a journal check-in. You guys let me know. Last year and in previous years, I've only done personal planning check-in videos. I call them my planning update videos, and I've tried to do them once a quarter. But I have heard from so many of you that you want to see more of my personal planning here, that you like the planner reviews, but you also want more of my personal planning mixed in. So I'm taking that feedback, and I love to share my personal planning. They're easier videos. They're personal. I don't have to go research a planner and learn all about it and share every detail with you. I just get to spontaneously, without any preparation, talk about how my planning's going. So they're fun for me. I'm going to try to do one update a month. This is my January 2023 update. So we're just going to jump into the main things I'm in. I'm going to link my 2023 stack video down below for you guys. Also, any discount codes and affiliate links I have are down below. If you would like to check out my Patreon, I give a personal monthly video there and or a Zoom call. We rotate months on that. When you join, you can view all past Zoom calls, which are recorded, and all past monthly videos, and you can quit at any time. So there absolutely is no commitment. And in January, I gave 2 personal monthly videos there instead of my normal one, because I was at Molly's, my sister's in Utah, and we did a video where we talked about how she feels about goals and goal planning. And then we did a video about what planner she is going into 2023 starting out using. So that is up on Patreon. If you'd like to check out supporting me over there and getting those perks, that link is always down in the description. Let's start just with my Laurel Denise, which is my weekly planner this year. So right now we're only still in the second week in January. I'm kind of pre-filming this a little bit ahead because getting home from vacation with Molly's, I'm trying to get a little bit ahead in my videos and my work. So this is pre-filmed a couple weeks out. Right now, I've been in Laurel Denise since September. But finally, I'm in the 2023 one, dated correctly, and I'm not having to redate one, so that is really fun. Let me make sure we're on the screen up here. This video is not going to be a super edited one. I only think I'm going to edit the intro and the outro, so it's just one of those more personal videos, and I'm not going to take the time to go through and edit every little bit. So please excuse that. I really appreciate you guys being here and even wanting these personal videos. I mean, the Laurel Denise colors for this year are just spot on for me. I have always loved forest green. You guys, I got to have a bedroom and half for a garage in high school because we had a very small house and my dad built out. Finally, by my junior year in high school, I got my own room. Before that, I was sharing with both my sisters my entire life. And they were 6 years and 8 years younger than me. So let me just say, in your teenage years, that was a trial, especially when our phones all still had cords then. I remember to talk to boys, I would always pull my phone all the way into the closet, the phone cord, all the way there into the closet. And I would call and talk to my friends and boys on the phone, and they would come trying to come into the closet, and I would be like, get out, I'm on the phone. So I felt like it was a real trial to share a room when I was a teenager. And so my dad built out half the garage into a little room for me when I was a junior in high school. And I absolutely loved that room. And they told me I could pick any color carpet I wanted in that room because, it was in the garage and it was just my little room. And they thought when I was done with it, they were probably just going to use it for storage, when I moved out. And they have all these years. So that is true. But I picked forest green carpet, you guys. I mean, it was in the early 90s. The forest green and the burgundy, those colors were big. So what I didn't know, so I thought that was so cool, was that if you have a dark colored carpet, any little white fuzzies show up, a lot on the carpet. But that's the same if you have a light colored carpet, then your dark fuzzies from socks or sweatpants show up. I love that forest green carpet. And so forest green will always be a special color in my mind. And I'm so glad to see that it has come back in style because I absolutely love it. So I love it. That's a little personal story with the rust and these flowers. I mean, this combination makes me extremely happy. When this is folded over, you do get to see that little edge. So my planners are always folded over on my desk, and I'm always saying how I don't get to see the beautiful cover that much, which makes me sad. So I actually look at what's inside a planner actually as much or more than the outside cover. I love to see that I can see the edge of the forest green with the rust and the beautiful flowers. So that makes me extremely happy. So that's something I look at. I do have a 10% off code for Laurel Denise. It's Amanda's Favorites. It is a one-time use code though. And I do have an affiliate link. So if you're making a Laurel Denise purchase and you click through my link down below, it just takes you to her website like normal. You will not see anything different, but it shows her how many people I bring to her and I get credit for the sale. So it is extremely helpful for me. So if you're making any purchase, I would be so grateful. It's in all my video descriptions if you click through the affiliate link there. And I have a full Laurel Denise review video on this horizontal and vertical. I will link that down below, and another separate video on her project planner. So that will all be linked down below. Her planners come with 2 bookmarks, which is so nice. Nice big ones that are not too thick though. They're great. One with stencils and one without. I'm using the one without stencils to mark my goal planning in the back. Just made a whole video about my 2023 goal planning. That was last week's video. Yeah, it should have come out, the week before this one. So I'm going to link that video in the description. I'm not going to go over my goal planning in this video because it is all in there. But I will just say I'm doing it all in my Laurel Denise this year. Just like I did all my goal planning in 2022 in my Golden Coil. I'm doing all my goal planning, and I don't really call them goals. Mine are more like project goals, monitoring habits and routines. But that is all in my goal planning video. And one thing I'm just realizing I forgot to talk about in that goal planning video is my word of the year and kind of how I incorporate that, because that is kind of like my whole entire what I wrap my year around, my focus. Like last year, 2022 was gratitude, and this year it's rejoice because my son Pierce is coming home from his mission, but it's more than that. It's also remembering to find joy in every day, to be of good cheer, and to find my joy in the Lord. Because when I go searching for joy anywhere else, it is fleeting and it is not a lasting joy. If I can root that in the Lord, I can have joy in every day. So there's a lot that goes into that word. So I might have to film a little video snippet after this to be able to add to that video because I just realized that. My goal planning video will be linked down there. So I wrote my word of the year. I wrote my name. Don't be afraid to write in your planner. I'm not going to walk through the whole Laurel Denise. I'm just going to talk about how it's working for me right now. I have the whole video walking you through it. So in January, this is when I was on vacation at my sister's. I came home this week, midweek. We are now into this week. I'm still loving it. You guys, I've been using this planner since September. It was as big a shock to me as it is to lots of you that I switched out of Erin Condren after being in that planner, the Erin Condren Vertical, for 5 years. When Laurel Denise made some tweaks to her planner this year, like I loved it last year, but I tried it out and I just knew because the habit trackers were like all down here taking up room. The boxes were a lot smaller. These sheets were a little bit smaller. I just knew I couldn't make it work for me, but I thought the planner design was genius. I loved the design. And then also just all the covers and colors she came out with this year. She just really exploded this year, you guys. And I'm so happy for her because she has totally put in the work over the years and now she has just exploded. And I love it. It's working so well for me. I tried her vertical, which I could use. And who knows, at some point I might go back to the vertical, but I think the horizontal really works better for the way that I use it for my lifestyle right now. The horizontal, I've done all different ways because I've been using it since September. And I guess I still haven't exactly, I kind of change it week by week. This week, I just listed my main things for the day and I didn't draw a line down the middle or anything. And this is just my weekly to-do list. And it usually starts here and then my weekly to-do list builds up more here as the week goes on. I'm not going to talk about all the ways you could use this because I do that in the Laurel Denise video. I'm just telling you how I use it. There are a lot of different ways you can use it. Next week, I decided to highlight like my one big thing of the day, whether it was an appointment or if it's not an appointment, then I'll probably put filming down for that day. So like my one big thing. And then just anything else big that I want to remember. And then, like I said, my weekly list, I'll look it over at the beginning of the week, decide what I need to put here. Also look at my monthly list. I love having my monthly list and monthly goals that I pull from the back all right here to put on my weekly list. It's just really great to have the whole view here. Then you go, and I have not pre-planned anything going forward in here, but I do like to pick a monthly color. It's just a mild liner. I just pick a mild liner color that kind of goes with the month. I put some Planner Perfect stickers in here. I colored a gold matte pencil there, but it really didn't come out gold. I think it came out more tan. But I do love to add a little color in here. That's just the perfect way to do it. And I do like to mark out my days, but instead of just a black pen, I like to have the color of the month. It's nice to pick a mild liner that kind of goes with the month. And then February, I have kind of already started on my list, but I use a friction pen in here so I can definitely erase it, just things I already thought of. And I like just those little Planner Perfect stickers. I save my extras from my Planner Perfect box every month, and that way I can go back and pull, from years past, not even just the current box. But Planner Perfect does sell just an accessories box, which is stickers, washi tape, and her tip-in cards. If you don't need her planner or her journal, I know a lot of people who just get her accessories box because they love to be able, I love her artwork. Her stickers and her washi tape are some of my faves, and I love to be able to add them in. Those are some of her washi tapes from like past years. And that's actually from one of her washi tapes. It's not even a sticker. So I love the Planner Perfect subscription boxes. Like I said, you can just get an accessories box. I have a whole Planner Perfect playlist if you don't know what I'm talking about. And I have a Planner Perfect 101 video if you don't know anything about her company and you want to know what they offer. I do have a discount code for Planner Perfect. It's Amanda20, one-time use, 20% off your entire cart or your subscription box, but you can fill up your cart as big as you want, and just excludes leather. All that will be linked down in the description. I will be using Planner Perfect in here. I know my friend Jana, she has actually extra room on her month. I want to leave it open because I usually do end up filling this up with some kind of notes. She has put a tip-in card from Planner Perfect right here of one of the artworks of the month, and I love that because whenever you open it up, you get some artwork in here too. I think that's such a fun idea if you have extra room and you're getting her subscription box. I have not pre-filled in any other months or pre-decorated. I am just completely leaving it open. That is the flow of how I'm using her planner. Like, it is just functionally working really well for me. And then in my 2023 stack, I talked about how I'm still using my Ashley Shelly monthly calendar up on my acrylic easel. It is like my wall calendar. So this one I will end up listing more on here. Sometimes I put like filming days or editing days so I can really map out how my workflow is going to go. And I don't list that on here. These are just appointments, big calendar items like that, which also go into my iCal. So it keeps this a little bit more open and like it doesn't get as busy looking. If you guys have seen my past months of this, which I think I showed it in my 2023 stack video, you see how crazy messy this gets. This one is a little bit more open. So just as I glance up at it on my easel, on my desk, it's easy to see. And I use my Planner Perfect stickers, one a month in here too. They just add so much. This is my collaboration with Ashley Shelly where I picked a color a month and the Planner Perfect stickers just go perfectly with it. This collab is sold out right now, you guys, and it won't be available again until September. I believe she only has a few of her monthly planners left, and I think they might only be in the 6x9 size. This is the 5x8 or 5x7. I should know, but anyway, they're all sold out. But I do love the Planner Perfect stickers every month in here. So I am still utilizing my Ashley Shelly monthly, even though I'm not utilizing it as much as before I got the Laurel Denise monthly. But I still do like to look up at my easel and see it. It's my wall calendar. And so I enjoy still having it there. And I really love, look at those Planner Perfect stickers. My goodness, is October not the best month? And my son is coming home that month, the first week of that month from his mission. I am so excited. When I look at that month, I get so much joy and excitement. We won't think about making it through the long, hot Texas summer first. We'll just focus on the good news and joy of that. And then November, look at that Planner Perfect turkey. And December. These clips are from, I love these, a little Etsy shop. I will list her down below. I also have some rainbow clips from her. I have some hearts and rainbows, and I love these crocheted clips. They are made so well. That is not available, but I do still use that. All right, let's talk my Planner Perfect setup for the month of February. I promised that I was going to throw in these setups into my monthly update videos, since I'm having to use kind of that slot where I would have put a Planner Perfect setup to do my monthly update videos. And this box, the February box, had not come yet when I actually filmed this video, because I was filming a little bit ahead. So January, I started out not sure, like getting home from Molly's from my long vacation and not sure how I was going to use my January book. If you followed me, you know, in previous months, and if you want to see them, you can go watch my Planner Perfect setup videos. I have a whole Planner Perfect playlist. I will link that down in the description so it's easier for you to find. But in the previous months, like the past maybe at least 4 months, I've used my Planner Perfect for what I call 333. I did not make this up. I saw someone else do this, and her videos are all linked, and she saw someone else do it. Anyway, they're linked to my Planner Perfect video of who I saw this from. She didn't even make it up. She got it from someone else. So who knows really who first started this, which I'm not really concerned with. If anyone ever used one of my ideas, like, you know, most of our ideas we get from somewhere else, and I'm not concerned with that type of thing at all. But I do want to try to give credit because I know lots of people are concerned with that. I was using it for my top three gratitudes, 3 affirmations, and 3 things that would make today great every morning. And so doing that on a 2-page spread, because my gratitudes would be like in detail, full sentences, something from the last 24 hours, so that it was very thoughtful and not just like listing out, you know, I'm grateful for my bath, I'm grateful for nature, you know, but something really from the last 24 hours, what enhanced my life, what am I grateful for? I loved doing that. But you guys know I switch up what I do in my Planner Perfect books often. You know, I go in couple month cycles, whatever I need it for, however it could serve me best in my life then. And if you look through all my Planner Perfect playlists, you'll see that, how much I've changed and what I've used these books for every month. So I don't know, I got home from Molly's and I was feeling like, I might do something different. I wasn't really sure. So I started just kind of like scripting out my nights the night before, keeping this in my bedroom. You know, I just made like a big note of what I got from my scripture study that day. And then I started using it for my daily lists again, which I have in the past. I was like, well, maybe I want to switch my daily list notebook to this. You know, I had gone to trying out Take a Note for my daily list. I knew I probably wouldn't stay in that because I always gravitate towards more a full page per day, at least. You guys know I love blank notebooks for my daily lists. And so I went into this and I thought maybe at this time of year, just having the washi tape, and I didn't even sticker this book, the January one, because I had just gotten home from Molly's, so I didn't have like my normal decorating time, but I did stick the washi in it. And so I've just been using it for my daily list up until this point. Like right now, today is Friday, and I have been liking it. So I think that's the way I'm going to go into February. Now, I've actually been using it in my leather again. Even though this is an A5 size, these are A5 sizes. This is a wide leather from Planner Perfect. So a wide is the same height as A5, but it is less in width than an A5. So if you close your book, then your A5s are going to stick out. Now, I can change my box back to wide. You can switch your box back and forth whenever you want to. It just has to be before the cutoff date. Before that next month sends. All that information is on their subscription website page. I just haven't switched back yet because I'm just not sure. I do love the A5 page. And so I need to be in it longer with my daily list to see like, well, if I'm using it with my daily list, I just always like to have more room instead of less room, I guess is what I'm saying. I tend to write big and scribble all over. And if I have blank pages, that's okay with me. But like running out of room, you know, is the thing I don't want to do. And since I like to use washi, you know, and stickers, that takes up part of the page too. So I'm not sure I want to switch back to wide. I don't know. Wide was good for me for a long time. I've only been in A5 for, a couple months now. Maybe like 4 months at the most, I'm guessing. I'd have to go back and look. So I'm staying in A5 right now. But as I use it, I may decide to switch back. But I am sticking it in my wide leather because I only have one A5 leather. That's my marigold, the really pretty mustard color. But of course, for February and for January, I wanted to use poppy, and because it just looks amazing. That's what I'm doing. I am just, because mine stays out on my desk open all the time. And so it doesn't really matter to me that if I shut it, my books stick out, because really it's just to hold my pen, and I still get to see the beautiful color around the edge with my books. Let me even make sure that I'm in screen here. This was a very impromptu video because my box just came and I thought, oh, if I don't remember to film this segment right now to add into that video that I've already filmed, I won't do it. So it's early in the morning, and usually I don't like to do this with my morning voice either, but we're doing it. That's my story on that. I plan right now to use it as my daily list notebook. I am going to decorate February, and I will share that with you on Instagram and then share the decorated pages in my setup video next month too for March. And from now on, I will actually try to have my book decorated before I come on here. But this time, well, this is just the way it worked out. So January, all I did was put on the washi, like I said, not the stickers, because I had just gotten home from Molly's. Soon we're going to switch over to February. I didn't even say this. February is one of my very favorite months of the entire year. I just like Valentine's. I love the red, white, and pink. I love the weather in Texas in February. I don't know. It's just a fun, hopeful month to me, you know, without any big holidays that cause a lot of stress, but just a little fun holiday. And so I love February. I don't know. I love everything about it. I love the name of it, the colors for it. It's a good month to me. I think that it's in one of my top 3 months of the year, probably. Wow. I feel really off kilter this morning. I can't think of what I'm going to say. I love the birds because I love birds. The older I get, the more I love birds. I hear everybody say that, but I think it's true. So I absolutely love this for February, the bird theme. Everything with it. This girl is beautiful and perfect for the February journal. The tip-ins for February, you get 2 of each of these, but I just pulled out, some of them are in here. So maybe I don't even have them all. 1, 2, 3. Okay, these are the 6 tip-ins, so these should be the 6. Here are her tip-ins for the month. I love this prayer warrior girl, as she calls her. That might be my favorite tip-in of this month. Her Daisy. Actually, I love this girl too. I love that girl. You get 4 sheets of stickers, 2 of each. I love the Valentine stickers. I love the ballet girl from last year. She's one of my very favorites. She was on the book cover last year. I love this whole sheet. And then the more traditional Valentines on this sheet. So it's just a fun box. This is the full sub box. You get 3 washi tapes also. I put those at the back of the book so that I can always remember what washi's came with that book in case I use other stuff. If you are new to Planner Perfect, I will link my Planner Perfect 101 video down in the description so you can check it out and see really what her shop is about, because it can be a little bit confusing at first. I do have a 20% off code to Planner Perfect. It's Amanda20, but it is a one-time use only. So load up your cart. Or you can use it on just one subscription box. No affiliate link, but if you go through that link, I believe it will automatically take it off your cart and you don't have to remember to type in Amanda20. I think that's what will happen. Oh, my code excludes leather. So that wraps up this Planner Perfect segment. I'm going to try to put these in the video from now on so it flows better and my mindset is there. That's it. Well, I just finished decorating and I just decided I would do a quick flip for you here since I ended up filming a time-lapse decorating. So here is February. You guys know I don't do anything super fancy, but I just usually put washi and a sticker on each page. In the past, I have predated my pages, like if I was using it as a daily, but I have learned, I will talk as I flip through, I've learned that I actually kind of prefer not to predate, only so that if I only use 1 page per day, or if I need to use 3 pages per day because I want to rewrite my list if it gets really overwhelming or messy, then I have pages open and not predated. And it's okay if I go out of the week realm that I'm in, since I'm not really using this for weekly planning. And because there is always extra pages at the end, because there's usually an overlap of a week. So like this week, March starts, so she's going to give you this same week if it starts in that week. and it goes to the beginning. She's going to give you the whole week of this week in your new March planner also. And I always jump into the new one. So I have extra pages to go to in here, which I really like. I really like that buffer of extra pages in either this book or the next book that you're using. So every page I pulled out some of my old washies from Planner Perfect past boxes. So a lot of these are from Planner Perfect. This one's just from Target though, years ago. But like that red glitter one, past Planner Perfect boxes. I like to layer a lot and just look, what do I think wants to go together? I don't give it that much thought. I don't take that much time to do it. I just, do it. It's not a big deal if a page doesn't turn out, as I wanted to. It's just a page. That's it. So it's okay. I love this overlap of the copper gold hearts and the roses. I believe both of those are from past Planner Perfect boxes. This washi tape is from washitapeshop.com. I love it. It's actually one of those sticker tapes, but I just think it is the cutest Valentine's Day design. I do have an ongoing discount code with the washitapeshop.com, 10% off always, every single purchase. You can use it over and over again. It's Amanda10, and all that will be down in the description. I also have an affiliate link for there. So if you're purchasing, please consider going through my link to give me credit for the purchase. And because this is a good question people ask me all the time. Well, if I use your discount code, like at washitapeshop.com, don't you get affiliate credit for that? And I do not. Most companies, there are only 2 that I can think of right now off my big list that if you use my code, then I do still get affiliate credit even if you forget to go through my affiliate link. But the rest, so the vast majority, if you use my code and get a discount, that is great. And I want you to be able to get a discount. I always ask for a code for you guys. I don't get affiliate credit unless you click through my link. That is how that works. My Planner Perfect code is Amanda20 for 20% off. You can load up your whole cart. So you don't have to get her sub boxes. You can go through and just pre-plan and pre-pick out your own plan books or journals. There's a lot you can do with her company. Check out my Planner Perfect 101 video if you're new to it and you're just not sure what it's all about, because it can be overwhelming to get into it first. But that is my February book. I absolutely love. So as I put the washi down, I learned what I love more. I love this washi that came with this month. This came with her month. And I also love the bird one for this month. That's a big favorite of mine since I love the birds. I just love how that one looks layered with that love one from one of her past years. Love that. And love the copper hearts from one of her past years. And that is probably my favorite sticker out of probably all the stickers this month. I just love that little bird tweeting hearts. And I do love that checkered heart too, but I believe that is my very favorite sticker. Too bad there were not more of them for this month. So it's fun to always look through the Planner Perfect stuff and just choose what's my favorite for the month. What do I absolutely love? All right, guys, so my month is all decorated. I love the feeling of that. I love doing it all at once. I know it wouldn't work for everyone, but it works for me to have it all done at once. It's like a gift to me. And by the time the month comes, I have forgotten even how I've decorated each page. And so every day I turn to is like a new little present for myself. I finished decorating for February and I just thought I would show my setup to you. So here we leave January. I had picked red sticky notes to go with January. Now, this red would actually go the best with February too, but I really wanted a different color per month. And so we are going to switch. Here's our January colors, February, and we are going to do pink. So I had kind of 2 pink choices, and this is a special edition, I believe they call it. It's in my Amazon store, and I will try to link it separately down here in the description, but if not, you can go to my Amazon store. Now, this is a special edition pack that they sold a couple years ago that I just happen to still have and hadn't even opened yet. But they have some new colors in their special edition pack this year, but I still think it would be a great pack to do this project or any other project with. So in this pack, I had either the really hot pink or this lighter pink, and I went with the little bit lighter. I mean, they're both very bright. And like I said, the red would have matched the best, which now I'm like, yeah, I should just do red. We'll see if I switch it. We'll see. Red would match her colors the best. And I said I was always going to wait for the Planner Perfect box to come, but I think the pink is fine. And like I said, I wanted to use a different color per month. So we're going to go with that. This original idea came from Shelly, where he said, use a Post-it note every week to write your one gratitude for the week. He didn't say, you know, collect all your gratitudes. Put it in a jar, and at the end of the year, you can read your 52 gratitudes. I shared an IGTV about that, not an IGTV, a reel about that, explaining that it came from him and where I got this idea. And I thought that's the perfect way to use this planner and to use up Planner Perfect that I get. So it all just worked out. So this is going to be my February. It's really fun to go in and decorate for a month and think about that it's going to be filled with all your gratitudes and, you know, good things from the month. Because no matter what kind of hard times you're going through, amidst the hard, there is always things that you can look and be grateful for and blessings that you've been given. So that is my February. All right, guys, let's move the Laurel Denise out, and I will show you how I'm using Take a Note as my daily notebook right now for my daily list. So you guys know, typically I make a daily list in just a little Becky Higgins coiled notebook or a Target coiled notebook. Those have been my favorite in the past. Sometimes I use a bound Leuchtturm. I bought this Take a Note to review, and the review just came out. It just came out 2 weeks ago. Yeah, when this video is coming out, it was 2 weeks ago. I will link this Take a Note review down in the description, so you can hear all about it. It's a Taiwanese planner. It's a 2 a day, 2 on every day, and I thought maybe I could try it out for my weekly list. So I have been. It has like my one focus of the day that if nothing else gets done, that one focus gets done. It has room if I have any appointments. This is kind of how I run my daily page in a notebook also, but it's just less room. I'm only getting like a half a page in here. But it is kind of fun to have my week laid out and decorate for a change for my daily list instead of just using a notebook bullet journal style. We'll see though. You guys know me. You guys know I almost always end up back in a plain notebook bullet journal style. But since I bought this to review because I was so intrigued by it, and I just really wanted to review it for you guys and kind of compare it to the Hobonichi a little bit, which is what I did in that video. So I've been trying it out as my daily list, and I will keep you guys updated. This is kind of the first weeks of trying it, and I had no rhyme or reason. That was when I was at Molly's, and I was like, well, this is getting to be a mess, and I can't work out of here. I even pulled out my coiled notebook a couple days because I was like, this is a mess. But then I was like, I need to go with the same system I use in a notebook. So I was like, appointments at the top, my one daily focus, then my top 3. And I cannot move on to anything else unless my daily focus is done in my top 3. That stands for scriptures, walk, yoga, and the days I go to the gym, which is not every day. Now I do use my yearly habit trackers, which I talk extensively in my goal planning video about. If you want to know all about these, go to the goal planning 2023 video. I link down there for you. I do use those for all my really important habits, but sometimes I just like to see how I'm doing for the day. Like, what have I gotten done out of those for the day today? I think in this layout, I'm going to be better putting those at the bottom because I really just like to have this clean up top with, if there's any appointment, highlight it. My one focus to get done first, and then top 3 if I get to them, and then the rest of the list, which half the time I never get to. We will see how this goes. I like to have a color per month, and then like another color for my focus box is what I've determined. You get your weekly layout in here for like meals or workouts, or you could completely ignore that because it's done really lightly, and you could just make a weekly list there also. Or you could do appointments on this side and a weekly list here. So all kind of options. I talk about that in the review video. But I love changing the color per month. I really could not use this without washi tape and color because it is really just too bland to me. The pages are just so office-like, really light grid. Also, I cannot see the day of the week written without my readers, so that's why I'm writing it big. So at least with this, I love just seeing the pink and red for, Valentine's month, and the blue for January, with the hint of pink for my focus box and what's to come, and using Planner Perfect washi down here. And that's from the washi tape shop. They have some great washi too. I have a constant 10% off code to the washi tape shop. It's Amanda10. You can use it over and over and over. And I have an affiliate link, and that will be linked down here too. They have great washi tape. This is Planner Perfect washi, and I have a 20% off to Planner Perfect, Amanda20, but it's a one-time use only. You can load up your whole cart, or you can use it on just a subscription box. Okay, So, and I have a whole Planner Perfect playlist. If you're like, what is Planner Perfect, Amanda? Well, Planner Perfect comes with a monthly subscription box, or you can pick your own notebooks or journals. There's a lot of options. If you don't know about it, start with my Planner Perfect 101 video. I will link that down below along with the playlist. You guys know for the past several months in Planner Perfect, I had been using my 333 method to start the morning. So I had been writing out every day three gratitudes, but in full sentences from the last 24 hours. And then 3 affirmations, and then 3 things that would make today great. And I pretty much used a 2-page spread in this A5 notebook for that because I write pretty big and I didn't want to feel like I was squished in. And I just put the Planner Perfect washi tape in here. I didn't always use her weekly layout. Sometimes I would use it for different wins of the day or keeping track of things. Sometimes I wouldn't use it at all. That's what I've been doing for several months. Well, I got home from Molly's from Christmas and I haven't really gotten back into that habit. I kind of use this for just thinking through my day the night before, scripting some things out, writing video ideas. So we're going to see what happens with that for the rest of the month. Maybe I will start back into my 333. I do really like that, like starting out my morning that way. But I am now doing something else for gratitudes at night. So I'm not really sure that I want to use this for that in the morning. I might start doing morning pages in here. I might just start doing personal journaling in here. So I need to see, or maybe I do just want to think through my day, kind of scripting it out in here still the night before or the morning of. I do see value in scripting. It's kind of where you think through your day, writing out sentences of what you intend to do. I do think it really ingrains it in your mind and it's really helpful beyond just looking at your list. If you kind of do that ahead of time, and I kind of think of like doing it with the Lord so he can guide me to where he needs me that day, what would be most important for me to focus on that day. So there is the January Fresh book. She comes out with new artwork every month. That's in the subscription box, but you can also just pick from any of her artwork that's already on her site. All that's in my Planner Perfect videos. So that's just an update of kind of how I'm using that right now. This is a new item this year, this Mary ENGELBREIT calendar. Some of you guys know I've been a big fan of Mary ENGELBREIT for years, and I bought these little calendars of hers, but mainly I leave them up on an acrylic easel on the very top of my bookshelf in my office just to like look at the picture each week. And I have not actually written in them in years. Here's an interesting tidbit. Before I started my channel, when my boys were really little, this is all I needed for my weekly planner. I would use this Mary ENGELBREIT weekly planner, and that was it. And I would use the Mary ENGELBREIT wall calendar in my kitchen for a wall calendar. And that was my entire planning system for years and years while my boys were little. And that's all I needed because most of what I did was not written down. It was just caring for 2 young children's needs. And then, getting one off to school and one back home and doing all those household things and just spending a lot of time, with babies and toddlers and mothering. And you don't need to write a lot of stuff down extensively during that time, if that's all that your life's focus is at that point. So I used Mary ENGELBREIT. She did have a different layout at that time, which actually I really liked. It had lines for each day, and it was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, somehow Sunday fit in there. It was like boxes more with lines for each day. She's kind of switched it up through the years, but there's always been a picture on this side, and there's always been kind of a different theme per year. This year's is the comforts of home. This year, I had bought this before I knew that I was going to do gratitudes in my golden coil, and we'll talk about that, about why this came to me and how. So I didn't know what I was going to use this golden coil for this year once I jumped into my Laurel Denise. I didn't know how this was going to fit into my lineup. I had ordered this as my weekly list planner. I was no longer making a long weekly list now that I was doing that with Laurel Denise with my monthly list, and that was just working a lot better for me because I would find that I was making a huge weekly list. I didn't get to half of it. I didn't even focus or prioritize on it, and then I just felt kind of defeated rewriting half the list again in the next week. So I really prefer to work off the monthly list, and I'm just liking the Laurel Denise layout for me right now. It's working so well. So I wasn't sure how this was going to fit in, but it came to me when I got home from Molly's. But before that, let me check if we're still recording here. Yes, our battery is not out. Before that, I had already purchased this months before because I was like, I'm going to use this because I'm finishing one of my 5-year journals this year. You can see all about that in my 2023 stack video. And so I was like, this can kind of take the place. I'm just going to write a gratitude or 2 every night, or just something that went great that day, or something that I felt the Lord blessed me with that day. I do write in here with a Sharpie fine tip. I'm looking here. Oh, I don't have it here because I put it in my bedroom where I do this every night on my dresser. But just a Sharpie pop out fine tip marker because her paper is slick. So this writes the best on it without any smearing. I had gotten this for gratitudes and thought it was such a simple gratitude system. And I have an acrylic easel sitting on my dresser where I can look at the picture of the week, every week up. And then every night I just pull it down, write in my gratitude. So here we are today. And then I just put it back up so I can see the picture during the day or at night when I'm getting into bed. So I actually love that. And I feel like I'm going to use this all year. This is just on Amazon. I will link it down below. It's also in my Amazon store. But then when I got home from Molly's, I saw Shelly post about saying, you know, write one gratitude a week on a Post-it note, stick it in a jar. And then at the end of the year, you know, it's a fun New Year's Eve thing. You can pull them out and you have 52 gratitudes, amazing gratitudes from the year, right? And I thought, okay, how can I implement that into my system? Because I like that idea because gratitude is very important to me. Last year, it was my word of the year. I focused on it so much that I bought this challenging gratitude journal off of Amazon that gave you a different gratitude journal every month. And it was my word of the year. It was my challenge for the year. It was my focus for the year, with Pierce being gone the entire year on his mission. That was his one blackout year, that he would be gone the entire year. And I was like, I need to focus on gratitude so much. And so I did, and it really helped me. It really changed me. The year before, like, my focus of the year was prayer, and I wrote in a prayer journal every single day my prayers, and that changed me in the prayer realm. So it's like gratitude changed me this in 2022. And if you want to see about that gratitude journal, you can watch my 2022 stack video and my 2022 planning update videos, all in that playlist. I will link all those in the description. Boy, I'm going to be linking a lot of stuff for you guys, aren't I? I try to make it easy for you guys to be able to find, to go check out those videos. Let me know if that's really helpful for you. Like, if you never check out links and you're like, Amanda, we can find those on our own because we know how to navigate your channel, then let me know. Maybe I don't need to make all those links. I don't know how many people are actually clicking on them. But when I heard him say that, I was like, well, I'm not using this golden coil. I came home from Molly's and I tested like kind of planning in here. That's why you see planning in blue, because this was the week I came home from Molly's. This was a test week I did before I went to Molly's, but I went ahead and filled out a gratitude from that week in my life anyway. So I decided, since I wasn't going to use this for my weekly planning, I decided I would use it for gratitudes where I can list them just as the week goes on every night. And then I'm using like Planner Perfect tip-ins and Planner Perfect stickers and Planner Perfect washi because it just adds a lot of happiness to the page, and I already have it. So I add that in, and then I picked a sticky note color per month to just go with the Planner Perfect, whatever the Planner Perfect colors were that month, which flow with the seasons. I'm going to write out of all my gratitudes that week, just look through them at the end of the week. It's kind of a great Sunday practice. And write one gratitude with a Sharpie marker on the Post-it note. It just so happens this golden coil layout, I had already written planning for the week, but it comes with a box just for a Post-it note. You don't have to put a Post-it note in there. You could just write in the box, but I think that's fun. That way also, if I ever want to take them out, I could, but I don't think I'm going to take them out at the end of the year. I just like the way it stands out. Now, I wouldn't have picked this layout if I knew I was using it for gratitude, because Golden Coil has a lot of other amazing layouts that would actually lend itself better to like gratitude journaling throughout the week and then picking one at the end of the week. But I picked this layout thinking I was using it for my planning. That's okay. Most planners can be easily converted, to something else. So you might already have a planner you can convert to this, or you don't even have to use a planner for it. You could write your one gratitude for the week on a Post-it and put it in a jar like Shelly is doing. And that is a great idea too. I just wanted to utilize this planner, and I like the idea of looking through the whole week, because if I don't keep track throughout the week, I really don't remember all the little things that happened. And I like the practice of looking through it on Sunday and picking the one that just stands out to me that I want to pick for the week. So these weeks, since they weren't exactly mapped out to do that, this is my first week actually mapped out to do this. And so I can kind of just go as the days go along. I think I'll go on both sides here, either just write one gratitude for the day, or if it's long, go all the way across, or write several. I had several for Monday. Write all my gratitudes. If they continue over here, great. If they don't, that's fine too. And then picking at the end of the week. I think I'll just decorate for the whole month and stick my Post-it notes for the whole month when like my Planner Perfect box comes in. And then, fill in with my Planner Perfect stuff and have the month done. So this is what my January is looking like. I will keep you guys updated here in my monthly update videos. And I will try to share this some on Instagram too, because I do have people asking me to share there. At this point, I don't plan on using the monthly layouts at all. And that is okay with me. I didn't add a lot of extra pages into this golden coil, which is great because it's not bulked up with a lot of extra things I won't use. There are some blank pages up front and graph grid pages up front and a 1 year at a glance that I put up there. Whether I use it or not, maybe I'll pick the 1 gratitude from the 4 of the month then and write them up here. I think I'll do that because that would be kind of cool to see the 1 I picked then out of the 4 or 5 on the Post-it notes from that month. I like that idea. And then I'm just going to fill this in with cards or little tip-ins that I want to fill in. That's just a sunrise picture. And I just put look up because I didn't know my word of the year yet. Rejoice when I was printing this planner. I like the Planner Perfect 2023 girl, so I stuck her up there. And yeah, so this is going to be another gratitude system. And you're like, well, Amanda, that kind of overlaps with what you're doing in the Mary ENGELBREIT, little planner. And yeah, I get it. But I have more than 1 gratitude a day. And expressing gratitude, writing it down, and then also noting who you are grateful to that for, whether it's a person in your life or for me, a lot of times it's, to the Lord. And so I think also pointing to the source of that gratitude and noting that and writing it down, it changes you in your life. It changes your outlook. It changes your perspective. It's been life-changing for me through the years to keep a gratitude journal and practice. And it's fun to change it up each year because it keeps it fresh and it's something different. If I did the same thing every single year, I feel like I wouldn't be as motivated to do it, even though it is so helpful to me. So this is a way to keep it fresh. This is not that much money on Amazon, and I could have just not used it this year because, like I said, I have blank ones of these that I bought just to put up for pictures in my office on the top of my bookshelves. I'll try to remember to show that sometime in my office. I do have an office tour up on YouTube and a filming station set up here. I'll try to link that in the description. And maybe I show some of that where I set them up. But I just decided I'll use it unless it feels a burden to me. So I will keep writing a gratitude in here a day until it feels a burden to me. I like how you get the monthly colors changing and how you can just see the gratitude laid out like right here too. It's not too much to me right now to have the 2 gratitudes, and we'll see how I feel throughout the year. If one of them is feeling draining to me, I can always stop. But I don't think either one of these is going to be too much for me to keep up, unless I have something drastic change in my life. So this one is really bringing me joy too. And I bought this before I ever knew that I was going to be doing gratitudes in here. But I love this idea too. I love the idea of, and I do look through this too when I'm looking for my 1 gratitude for the week. Like what's written here, and what one thing do I want to pick? And I love the idea of thinking of picking that 1 in the month. So that's something new that I'm really excited about that I shared on Instagram. Those are my main jams for right now. I mean, other than my journals, which I shared in my 2023 stack video, I don't have my 2023 trackers up here because they're in my morning caddy. And that was all in my goal planning video. All right, guys. I would love to hear any thoughts that you have down below. How is your planning going the first month into the year? Let me know in the comments if you are still in what you started the year in. So if you're like, yes, it's working for me, whatever new system you're trying, or if you're not in a new system and you're using the same planner, that you've used for a couple years and it works for you. Or if you're having trouble with your system, I'd love to hear that down below too. So chime in. This was my January check-in, and I will try to do one at the end of every month or at some point in every month throughout this year. Let's see how many of them I can get in, and I will make a whole playlist of them so that they're easy to find. All right, guys, thanks for being here. Take care of yourselves so you can take care of others. I hope you are having a good January day and you have some sunshine somewhere in your week this week. We have a lot of sunshine in Texas this week. Have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.